Two is generally factorization. And now here's the question. It says factorize the following expressions. Now to factorize the following expression, to factorize two terms, we look for the highest common factor. The highest common factor between the two terms is 6y. Then 6y squared over 6y just leaves y minus 18xy divided by 6y. 18 divided by 6 is 3x. And then we took out the y, so it's 6y times y minus 3x. And that's the answer. Nice and easy. Soft. All right. Now we have 4m squared minus 1. 4m squared minus 1, that is going to be equal to, no, this is the difference of 2 squared. We have to rewrite 4m squared as 2m all squared, 2m all squared, and subtract 1 squared. All right, that's the difference of 2 squared. Now, when we work this out, what we're going to get is just 2m minus 1 times 2m plus 1. It's 2m minus 1 times 2m plus 1. That's applying the difference of 2 squared. So after remember the difference of 2 squared formula, that a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b times a plus b. All right, the difference of 2 squared formula. Nice and easy. That's the solution for this question. Now looking at part 3. To do part 3 now, what we need to do part 3 is we have a quadratic expression. And for this quadratic expression, what are we asked to do? To factorize it. To factorize it, first thing we need to convert it from 3 terms to 4 terms. And in order to do that, they tell us that we need to ask ourselves which two numbers, when we multiply them, we get the product of a times c. When we add them, we get the coefficient of the middle term, which is b. All right, so a, which is our coefficient of t squared, c is the constant, b is the coefficient of t. And so what we get then is our a times c is equal to 2 times 2 is negative 4. So we're going to ask ourselves which two numbers, when we multiply them, we get negative 4. But when we add them, we get negative 3. That looks like negative 4 and positive 1. So what we're going to do is rewrite minus 3t as, so this is going to become 2t squared. Now we said 3 can be written as minus 4t. And then we're going to add t. We're going to add t because it's minus 4 plus 1 give you minus 3. And then we subtract 2. Now we have 4 terms, and so now we can go ahead and factor out the highest common factor between the first 2 and the last 2 terms. From the first 2, the highest common factor is 2t. So we're going to factor out 2t. Factoring out 2t, we're left back with t minus 2. And then from t minus 2, we're just going to factor out 1 because there's no common factor higher than 1 there. And so we're going to have t minus 2. Finally, we can factor out t minus 2 from this expression to get t minus 2. And it's being multiplied by 2t plus 1. Nice and easy, soft. And so this takes care of part 3. All right, nice and easy, soft. Now it says, write as a single fraction and simplify 5p plus 2 over 3 minus 3p minus 4. So simplify and write as a single fraction, or write as a single fraction and simplify. First thing with fractions is, in order to write as a single fraction, you find the LCM, and the LCM is 12. LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Now 3 in the 12 will go 4 times. So now we're going to multiply 5p plus 2 times 4. 5p times 4 is 20p, and then 4 times 2, that's 8. So you get plus 8. Then you have minus in bracket. 4 into 12 goes 3 times. Then 3 times 3p is 9p. And 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So you get 20p plus 8 minus 9p minus 3. So we can go ahead and simplify this to have 20p minus 9p. 20p minus 9p, that's going to be 11p. And then 8 minus 3 is plus 11. So it becomes 11p plus 11, and that's all being divided by 12. And this is how we write this as one single fraction. 20p minus 9p is 11p. 8 minus 3 is positive 11. And that gives us our answer as one single fraction. Nice and easy. Soft. No trouble at all. Soft with a capital T. Part C. Part C says a formula is given as D is equal to 4h over 5. Determine the value of D when h is 29, giving your answers to 3 significant figures. So the formula for D is the square root of 4 times h. Now it's the square root of 4 times 29, and the square root of 4 times 29 is, we need to work out 4 times 29, put that in a calculator, 4 times 29, which is 116. So 4 times 29 is 116, and that's being divided by 5. Now 115 divided by 5 is, that's 23.2. So D is equal to the square root of 23.2. So go ahead, put that in a calculator. Go ahead, just do it. Just do it. Square root 23.2. So when we square root 23.2, we're getting 4.82. So that is D. D is equal to 4.82. Nice and easy. 4.82. Soft with a capital T. D is equal to 4.82. Nice and easy. So that's how we do this question. D is equal to 4.82. Nice. Now the question says make H the subject of the formula. Now, of course, to make H the subject of the formula, what that pretty means is we need to have on one side H only. Remember, we have that D is equal to the square root of 4h over 5. To make H the subject of the formula, the first thing we need to do is square both sides. By squaring both sides, we're going to get D squared is equal to 4h over 5. Now, the next thing we need to do is multiply both sides by 5 to get rid of this divide by 5 on this side. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5 to get 5d squared is equal to 4h. 5d squared is equal to 4h. Now, if 4 times h is 5d squared, then we need to divide both sides by 4. We need to divide both sides by 4 to get h is equal to 5d squared over 4. That is h. H is equal to 5d squared divided by 4. Nice and easy. Soft. Now after we get this now for h is 5d squared over 4. We can put, now look how you can check if your formula is right. Remember we said that d is 4.82 to 3 significant figures, and that was when h is 29. Put d as 4.82 and you're supposed to get 29 right here. So you can check it. Just take a second and check that. When you put d as 4.82, you're going to get 29 for h. And you can see that your formula is right. And that pretty much takes care of question 2. No sugar at all, no spice, nothing nice. It's just easy. So let's move on now to